Welcome to the Las Vegas Black Music Awards Hour powered by 𝙑𝙬𝙨 TV. If you guys are just tuning in, we had a few difficulties, but here we are. I am excited for tonight's show. I have an amazing guest with me, but before I get with her, if you're driving, turn that thing up. If you're at home, lean in, get excited, get some snacks, get some drinks. Because I have an exciting show with one of our sponsors, presenters, and a supporter for the Las Vegas Black Music Awards Hour. If you are just tuning in, we have Early Bird, who is open from now to March. So if you want to be a vendor, showcase your business, make sure to send an email at support@𝙑𝙬𝙨TV.com. If you would like to perform on that stage, if you were there last year and the year before, it's a beautiful showroom. Send an email at support@𝙑𝙬𝙨TV.com. So now, this is where business meets culture, where community meets commitment, and where supporters of Black excellence are celebrated just as loudly as artists. So tonight's episode is about partnership, loyalty, and what really means to show up for a movement. So with me, she's not just a broker, a salesperson, not just a realtor. She is someone who has invested in culture, supported Black excellence, and stood beside this platform in both 2024 and 2025 as a sponsor, presenter, and supporter. Welcome to the show, Kara Faine.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, we're excited to have you. So first off, you have many hats, right? Which is the most challenging?
Yes, I do. So I am a broker salesperson, meaning that I don't have my own brokerage, but I work under a broker. So that's kind of what the broker salesperson means. Besides that, I help with residential, commercial, multifamily. My biggest goal in my real estate business is really transitioning whether a person's going from renter to first-time home buyer, from first-time home buyer to their next property. And I have helped several clients get a portfolio of up to $1 million. And I also sell luxury real estate as well. So I'm able to help families transition whatever stage that you're in, whether it's getting started or you're just, finishing up. I'm there to help.
Okay, so we'll break it into parts because that was a lot, and I want to make sure that whoever is tuned in now, that they do get a lot of this information and can contact you when they are ready. So first off, what made you choose real estate and what has kept you passionate about it?
If I can be honest, the paychecks. Okay. That I remember back in, oh my goodness, this was like 2004, 2005. I had first, I got out of high school, starting college, not necessarily knowing what I wanted to do, but I wanted to make money. And with that, I ran into a real estate agent, and this person's paychecks, it was the first check I saw was $15,000. And again, this is back in like 2004, 2005. So $15,000 for someone coming out of high school. Yeah, somebody coming out of high school, that's a nice check, right? This agent not only had one check, but they had like 3 checks, like all in a row.
For the same amount?
For the same amount.
Dang!
And so when I saw that, I'm like, okay, how do I do it? How do I get in? What do we need to do, right? And so I first became kind of like a little running assistant, running errands and that sort of thing, running files here and there in order to kind of get into the game. And, after that, I ended up like just focusing because I was working at a medical office and their business started doing very well. So I kind of like, stopped the whole real estate dream and that sort of thing. So I was in the medical field. When I got out of that, I actually ran into, well, not ran into, but my stepdad. He actually was working for a timeshare company.
Okay.
So now, mind you, I'm this young girl. I grew up on the east side of Vegas. So our vacations was to and from Disneyland. That's about it. Had no idea what a timeshare was. All I saw was a model, and I saw all these salespeople, and I'm like, well, if you guys are selling that, I'm thinking that we're selling like real estate. So the salespeople were like very welcoming, and they're like, hey, you should work here. Like, if you're not doing too much. I'm like, I can definitely try it. I had no idea what a timeshare was. I had no idea that we were selling a week at a time. I'm thinking we're selling the whole thing, right?
Exactly.
And it wasn't until my training that I realized what I was actually selling. By then I was already in, so I had to keep going.
Did you want to change your mind then, or?
I was already in. Like, what else was I going to do? So I'm the type of person where, since I'm in, I'm going to make it work.
Okay.
And so I did timeshare for about 9 years, ended up being the sales director. So I did very well in the business, but there was still something about me really wanting to get into real estate. And towards the end of my career in timeshare, I was looking to actually purchase my very first property. So with purchasing my first property, it was 2018. I found a property that I wanted to buy, and during that time I was making 6 figures in timeshare, and I'm trying to get qualified for this house. Now, the real estate person that was, working with me and the lender didn't really give me much information besides send me all your statements, send me all this stuff, and I still couldn't get qualified.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't understand. It's funny, I still have the email, and they just kept saying, I'm sorry, we couldn't get you approved. And I said, I don't understand why I cannot get approved for this place. I'm paying a good amount of money in rent, and this mortgage payment is actually less. So this mortgage payment is actually less. So I just did not understand debt to income ratio, what it takes to actually qualify, and the real estate person nor the lender actually walked me through those steps. So I knew that there was a need, even though there are a lot of real estate agents out there, but clearly not all of them are actually giving the proper service for someone that doesn't know what they're doing. And it isn't just a person who makes money. So it isn't just because you make money that you can actually qualify for a home. And actually now it's even more important that as a real estate professional that you educate your clients on what is it going to take in order for them to qualify, because the qualifications are a little bit steeper now than it was even back when I was trying to qualify for a home. So sure enough, getting into real estate back in 2018, like real estate, a couple years later, I was able to actually purchase my first home and that sort of thing. But so what keeps me passionate about it is being able to really educate my clients that need that education. Now, some clients just come in, this may be their second and third home, so they don't need that education. But when it comes to strategy and how to get that second and third property, whether it's putting it in the wife's name or putting it in the husband's name or getting the properties into a trust, all those things I'm also able to be very versed with.
Wow, that was a lot. But I like that you said being able to educate, those that are just first thinking about buying a home. Now, if they're buying a second or third, I feel like, yes, there's somewhat experience, but I feel like there is still some, like you're saying, things are changing. So if there's something new, definitely the education works there. So, and before we break into like literally dummy steps 1, 2, 3, ABC, as a broker and salesperson, what separates a good realtor from a truly trusted one?
Ooh, I would say that when it comes to, so trust is really like the base of starting the steps and that sort of thing, because if you don't trust your agent, then there's a huge issue. I mean, we're getting into finances, we're getting into the things that not everybody wants to really talk about, whether the person has enough money to put down or if they could afford the monthly payment or not. And so trust is like the main base of being able to have an agent, right? To pick your agent. And when it comes to like a good agent, I having someone that has been in the industry for a little bit longer, who's even experienced it themselves, right? So I will say that my experience has quadrupled now that I am a homeowner versus me just selling homes and I don't own a home, right? Because there's certain things that I learned hands-on being a homeowner versus just selling a home. So being able to find that agent that not only you trust, that does have the experience, and from there just being able to make sure that you're comfortable with that agent, because you're going to have to be very, very comfortable with them when it comes to some of these conversations. And unfortunately, with your agent, it's more important that you are able to be as candid and freely with them to make sure that you are buying the home that you want to buy and that you're getting the terms that you want to get versus trying to keep your agent at arm's length. That really doesn't work that well.
Got it. So what mindset does someone need to be or they need to be in before purchasing their first home?
I'd really say it's not necessarily a mindset you have to be in, because if you're paying rent, you're already there. So, if you're paying rent, you're already there. The difference is now you're paying a mortgage payment, right? So when I break that down, yes, I do believe that mindset-wise, you should have a little bit of savings. You should be, at least 3 to 6 months of savings besides having a down payment. I have seen people get into a home where they put their last dollar into it and make it work, but there's always repairs that needs to get done. Maybe there's some upgrading that the person wants to do. Maybe their job, may have some situations going on. So being able to have that cushion really is much better when it comes to being able to own a home. So when I say the best type of mindset is just being able to make sure that financially you can take care of those things ahead of time and just kind of have that cushion. So then you're not stressing over a mortgage payment and then your roof is leaking and you can't call the landlord because guess what? You are the landlord.
Exactly.
So it's just making sure that you're in the mindset that you're ready to own this. And at the end of the day, some homeowners think that it's like very concrete, right? Being a homeowner. At the end of the day, I would always say, give yourself at least 2-3 years in the home before you consider selling, because the first couple of years, there's really not that much of a wiggle room as far as being able to sell, right? Unless you buy a new build. If you buy a new build, in most cases, in a couple of years, you can pretty much sell the property and have a little bit of change in your pocket, right? But if you're going to get a resale property, at least 2-3 years goes very, very fast when it comes to being able to live in the property and actually just enjoy it before moving. But the average time that people are staying in their homes is maybe 3 to 5 years, maybe even 7.
Okay.
So when people think of owning a home, it doesn't have to be so concrete. This is something where you can actually pay and be rent-free. And not necessarily rent-free, but it's like, as you rent, if you rent, let's clarify that. Yeah, exactly. As you are renting, you don't get any of that money back.
Right, exactly.
But if you own, you do have a chance of being able to have something back versus nothing.
No, absolutely. And if you are just tuning in, we are going to take a short break, but we will come back with more amazing information. Welcome back to the Las Vegas Black Music Awards Hour, powered by Blink Show TV. I am your host, Chris Freeman. And if you are just tuned in, I have with me Kara Faine, who is a broker, salesperson, and realtor. She was a sponsor presenter and a huge supporter of the Las Vegas Black Music Awards. Before I get into her, we did listen to Kyra's song, Passion. She is a special guest performer this year for 2026. If you are just tuned in and you're an artist and you would like to perform on that stage, make sure to go to LasVegasBlackMusicAwards.com or send an email to support@BlinkShowTV.com with any questions. We do have limited spots. Again, limited spots. And if you have a business and would like to be a vendor, showcase your business there, make sure to reach out also. And you can find me on any social media platform, Chris Freeman. Send an email at 𝙑𝙬𝙧𝙀𝑡v at 𝙑𝙬𝙧𝑡v.com. support at 𝙑𝙬𝙧�tv.com. So, and we will get a chance to listen to Kara's song Passion again later, for those of you who did miss it. So Kara, you've supported the Las Vegas Black Music Awards the Las Vegas Black Music Awards show for the last 2 years. What made you support the platform?
Well, number one, when I first heard about the show, I thought it was the coolest thing. I hadn't heard about it prior to, but ever since Antonio took over with Blink Show TV and taking over the whole thing. Number one, most people that really, really intimately know us, I will say he is my older brother. So I definitely feel blessed, and I love to support family, right? Like that's one of the number one thing. But what I saw that he was doing was actually building a community. And when it comes to building a community, that is where I'm really like, okay, what do we need to do to make this happen? How do we make this more known? How do we make sure that this business actually thrives and becomes even bigger than what it was prior to? So him taking this over, really, I was super excited, proud, and at the same time, when it comes to building a community, I'm all about that.
Why do you think it's important for business owners to support cultural events and creative spaces like the award show?
So when it comes to building a community and being able to support that, none of us can do what we do without each other, right? And there's so many different areas of business that we all need, whether it is that makeup artist or that stylist or that realtor to help us find a place, or that food place that's really, really good, or that cake shop that we need to order our cakes from. So being able to just have that community and have those vendors all in one place supporting the same thing, that means that we all kind of have that commonality. And so it's much easier. Like I would rather call somebody within the community to do something or to get something from them, because we already kind of have some sort of an establishment just from being a part of the community.
Exactly. So you were a presenter.
Mm-hmm.
How was that experience for you?
Oh my gosh. So
twice, 2024 and then last year.
Yes, super fun. I love being on the stage. I think that each year I'm always super scared.
It didn't show. You look so comfortable.
Oh my gosh, the lights.
Wait till you see.
You can barely see, anybody in the audience, right? That's one thing. And then, I'm like, are they clapping? Are they not clapping? Are they like, let's go get a drink? I'm not sure. So just being able to just be there, support. And I think that the coolest thing for me is being a presenter. I don't know who's going to win. So it's like, I got to open up the envelope. I remember the first year I tried to open up the envelope and there was like nothing in it, right? But it was something in the. So I said, well, somebody is. So that was interesting. That was Zoe. That was actually the winner. And then she was in the bathroom, so she didn't even get a chance to go on the stage for me to even do the presentation. And so then the second year was, oh my goodness.
Carolyn Scott.
She was in the bathroom too.
Yes.
So I'm like, there's a
trend going.
Yes. So I said, okay, so whoever I present, can they please be able to come up and I can give them the award?
In the bathroom.
That'd be great.
Yes.
So it's funny because I was talking to Antonio. I was like, is there some way that these people can know when they can be in their seats?
Exactly.
That was one thing. But overall, just being a presenter is super fun, and I love being able to know like who's the winner, being able to see their faces and all of that, take a little selfie with them, and with each presenter I've tried to support them, follow them, and that sort of thing as well. So I think that may put the icing on the cake.
No, absolutely. And it goes back to community, right? Being able to support one another. So no, that's huge. One thing that I was just going to say is when you present, right, the winner is in the bathroom. So this year, if you're running out to the bathroom, you may be the winner. So they don't know that they are winning. The only two people who know who the winners are myself and Antonio.
Yeah.
No one. So that reaction, like you were saying, is truly a genuine response. And that's amazing. No, I got to agree with you. So this year, what are we looking to see from you?
Oh, man. I can present, whether it's an award.
What category would you like to present this year?
I have no idea. Whichever one that you guys want me to present would be great. So even if it's presenting, Kara. So I'm really excited to get her on the stage and, hear her performance. So whether I'm presenting her or I'm presenting an awardee, you guys know wherever you put me, I will be there.
No, absolutely. So Kara, she's an artist out of Florida.
Florida, yes.
Okay, tell me a little more about her.
Oh my goodness. When I heard her sing, I've known her for, oh my goodness, this is definitely a good 5-6 years. 6 years.
Okay.
And, she had this song with Carlos Santana.
Yes.
And, her music video is like super amazing. And just her voice, it's so different. It's not, I remember sitting with her one time and we're trying to figure out, okay, which category, would you be in? And, I feel like she's kind of in her own category. And that's super cool because
very unique.
Yeah, very unique. And sure, maybe you can put her in like the 𝙑𝙬 category, that type of soulful thing, but it's like she really does have her own voice. And the music that she puts out there, it's so beautiful, it's so energetic. It will take you like to another planet.
So if you could describe her music, right, and we can't quite put it into a category, but her music itself, one word to describe that.
Soulful.
Okay. What does it make you feel?
It makes you feel like you are having an experience. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you're having an experience. Now, what type of experience? That's based on the person.
Okay.
So when I think of her,
I was just going to say, we had Mr. Stinky in the building 2 weeks ago, so that's definitely an experience.
I definitely wouldn't want to be in that room, But I'll tell you what, when it comes to like her music, so I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan,
yes.
Right? And so there's the Michael Jackson songs that everybody is used to, right? And then you have the Michael Jackson songs that dancers will groove to that you won't ever hear on the radio, right? And so I dig deep into that type of stuff when it comes to Michael Jackson. So I will listen to not only the stuff that you hear on the radio, but just the soulful stuff. With Kara's stuff, it's the same. She has like her passion song, and she has her music that anybody can listen to. But when you really hear the good stuff, man, it'll take you somewhere else. I love it.
Oh wow! No, that's amazing. So we are going to listen to the song one more time. This is Kara with Passion. Welcome back to the Las Vegas Black Music Awards Hour, powered by Blink Show TV. I am your host, Chris Freeman, and that was Kara with Passion. She is a special guest performer this year for 2026. She will be hitting that stage. Amazing song, right?
Yes, so much.
I can
hear the passion.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, if you really, like I say this all the time, you close your eyes and you can really feel like each instrument, each vocal, like everything that she put into the music. So listening to more music, like you said, it'll take you definitely and have an experience.
And just wait until you see her on stage.
Ooh,
Just wait.
Okay.
She brings the energy.
Okay, definitely. So if you guys missed 2024 and 2025, we are confirmed for this year, 2026, to come back to the 𝙑𝙬𝙧 inside of the showroom So if you guys would like to attend, make sure that you guys pay close attention to the tickets. We always sold out. This year we are going to have a VIP Plus, and general admission. This time we will cut like at the max where we had so many people that were standing on the sides. Did you have a seat yourself?
I did not have a seat myself.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And you were one of the presenters.
Yep, I sure was.
So this year is going to be a little tighter. And very regulated. Yes, I am going to have a lot of security there. So if you guys would like to attend, make sure to go to 𝙑𝙧𝙧𝙧𝙧 to get any information, any questions that you have, send it to support@blinkshowtv.com. So now let's go back to you, Kara. As a woman in business, what challenges have you had to overcome?
Oh, wow. I mean, you gotta look at the fact that I'm a female. I'm also a female of color.
Exactly.
And so
and you're young.
And I'm young. I'm not that young anymore.
No, you still look young.
I know, I look young, but I just turned 40. And yes, it actually, like, I'm happy to say I'm 40 because now people look at me and they're like, well, how old are you? And I'm like, I'm 40. And they're like, oh, you look much younger. And I'm like, well, thank you for that, but I am 40, so I do have some years. I do have some experience. So I'm no longer that 20-year-old.
Right. So it's plays in your favor, right? That you look young. But in business, do you have that as a challenge?
In business, I will say that, of course, yeah. Again, being a woman and being of color, there's just so many obstacles that I sometimes have to overcome. And so that's why my business is more that I attract the business versus me going to knock on doors or cold call, all of that, because that is something where someone has to really know me or I have to be referred in order for someone to really accept my services.
Exclusive.
Exactly. So I've knocked on the doors before, and yeah, I can tell that they see me and they're like, you seem nice, but they don't know me. So they don't know what I can actually bring to the table. And so unfortunately, some of those parts of business does, I don't get it. But luckily, just being able to be out in the community and meeting a lot of people and just staying genuine with people, I've been blessed to be referred my services, and I take care of them.
That's amazing. So how do you balance business, brand visibility, and staying authentic?
I only choose to do things that I like.
Okay.
Right? So I only choose to be in spaces that I really enjoy. So I'll give you an example. One time I wanted to learn how to act because I genuinely wanted to learn how to act.
Okay.
Right? I was like, well, if I was to act, what type of role would I have? Right. And I learned I can play a lawyer.
Ooh, I can see it.
On TV. Right. So my coach had said that I'm a great lawyer, great business boss type of look, that sort of thing. And so,
I could see it.
Yes, I can totally do that. But I will not be a real lawyer, so I can just play one on TV.
There you go.
That is just fine. But I took the class, and because I genuinely wanted to learn how to act, and sure enough, I had gotten clients from that. Right?
Okay.
When I go and do my workouts, I will go to the hot Pilates studio that I like, and I get clients from that. So I only stay in spaces that I enjoy, and in return, I end up staying visible and true and genuine to myself in order to get business.
Okay. No, and it seems like it's working because earlier you mentioned closing. How much was the deal? Yes, going back. And if you guys are just tuned in, so she threw a lot of information. We'll have to have her come back again because, we have to talk about all the ABCs and step by step. But at the beginning, you mentioned closing.
I closed a $2.75 million home.
How does that feel?
It feels amazing. It feels amazing, for sure.
Wow. Putting yourself in spaces that you enjoy definitely gets you those deals.
Absolutely.
So what advice would you give someone who is inspiring to being a realtor? Because they say, oh, I can do that, right? Earlier you mentioned that you like looking at the paychecks, right, when you first saw that.
Yes.
So someone says, oh, I can sell a house, I can do that. But what type of mindset does one have to do that type of job, and what advice would you give them?
Very good question, because we definitely make it look easy. And it's not helpful that you have shows like Selling Sunset and all these other reality TV shows that make selling real estate an easy job. It really is not. Matter of fact, my first year of real estate, I did not sell a house. So that's something that a lot of people don't know. It wasn't until my second year. How did I survive? Just being a hustler when it comes to, having little jobs and doing this, doing that in order to kind of keep myself going. But yeah, it took a while to be able to sell my first house. And I thought that I would come out the gate, people would just start calling me, I'm a realtor now. That did not happen. So it took time for people to, number one, see that I'm a real estate agent, also see that I'm still a real estate agent. There's so many people that come into business and leave right out.
So being consistent,
people seeing that I was starting to, close on properties and everything, then they started calling, because a lot of people knew me, but they didn't know me as a real estate professional. So that's a whole other thing. So someone coming into the business, you got to look at, somebody has to really look at what their track record is. Are they the person that's doing this, doing this, doing this, doing this? People know that about you already, so they may not call you for real estate, because they're like, oh, I don't know if they're just dipping in on this or not.
Right. And then earlier you also mentioned having that trust. So if they're not able to trust you,
absolutely,
they won't do business, right?
For sure. People saying crazy stuff on social media and, being super political or all those things. I mean, people are paying attention to that. So if you want to get into the real estate space, which is a very professional space, which you're having to get into people's personal information and stuff, they may not trust you if you're like talking about, Joe over here and talking about Sarah over there, because they may not want their business on Front Street. Exactly. So just being that trusted person really does play a big role in seeing if you could sell real estate. And I would also say real quick that you have to if you can shadow a full-time real estate agent, that would be like the key in understanding what does it take to really be a real estate agent, because it's truly being an entrepreneur. Our time is very, if we have 8 working hours as a real estate agent, sometimes I get calls at 10 o'clock at night, sometimes I get calls at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I got to be on it, and I got to be able to answer my phone and take care of business, and somebody wants to see a house in an hour. Depending on what's going on, sometimes I have to just put my clothes on and get going, or move something else around. So being a real estate agent is not an easy business at all. There's a lot of running around. It takes a lot of your time. Yes, the paychecks are great when you do get them. And if the deal does go through, because not all deals go through, right? And you have to be really good at managing your money. If you're not good at managing your money, because one month you could sell a house, right? So I sold a $2.7 million house, right? Am I selling anything this month? Who knows? We'll see if the deals stick. So it really matters. So it's like, I got to save some of that money. I can't go shopping at the Chanel store.
Right. Wow. A lot that goes into it. But I love that you mentioned having to shadow someone and to actually see what it takes and everything throughout the day. So when people say Kara Faine's name 5 years from now, what do you want it to represent?
She helped me.
And if you guys would like for her to help you, make sure that you guys follow her on all social media. Where can they find on social media and information about you?
So on Instagram, I am Kara Faine is my Instagram. My Facebook is Kara Faine. My phone number, I'll give it to you. So I am 𝐼𝙬𝙬𝙧𝙙. That is my Instagram, and that's also my TikTok. And then on my Facebook, it's just Kara, Kara, last name Faine, Faine. My phone number is 355-1255. I'm available for free consultations, whether you are looking to own a home, buy a home, whether it's now or in the future. I always say, find the professional immediately, even if you're just thinking about it, even if it's a year from now, so that you can know what you need to get going. Get started.
Absolutely. And if you are just tuning in and you miss the entire show, make sure you guys go to YouTube, 𝙑𝙬𝙖𝙀 TV. We will have the entire show there for you guys to watch. We will have to get her to come back again. There is so much information that goes into being a realtor. Now, this is why conversations matter, because of partnerships like hers. So, Kara Faine, broker, salesperson, realtor, and proud supporter of the Las Vegas Black Music Awards. If you guys would like to sponsor the show, be a vendor, or perform on that stage, make sure that you guys send an email at support@𝙑𝙬𝙖𝙬𝙑.com. We are going to close out the show, but if you guys tuned in, I really want you again to make sure that you guys follow us on all social media, 𝙑𝙬𝙖𝙀 TV. Any search engine, just put 𝙑𝙬𝙀 TV, we pop up. And if you guys would like more information about Kara, make sure you give them your social handles one more time.
All right. It is 𝐼𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬, which is my Instagram.
Okay, and you guys can get a hold of us if you guys would like to get in contact with her. She is very exclusive, as she mentioned in one of her questions. So make sure that you guys tune in again every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We do have a lot of guests who tune in from different parts of the world. We had New York who tuned in, Oklahoma, Florida, and all the way down in Africa, in Senegal, awesome, and Ghana. So I do apologize for not mentioning that you guys tuned in, but I know that you guys are always here supporting 𝙑𝙬𝙀 TV. This has been the Las Vegas Black Music Awards Hour, powered by 𝙑𝙬𝙀 TV. Thank you so much, Kara, for being here.
Thank you so much, Chris, for having me.
And we'll see you guys next week here on 22.3 Takeover Vegas Radio.
Let's go.